Last time out in Paldea, we saved a horse, witnessed an alien abduction, and got to work completing the 3 stories of the game. This time we'll meet the best Pokemon character and continue to mow down hordes of students for no apparent reason.
I promise, like, and even it's been a weird.
Would you believe it? Operation Starfall has gained a new recruit. Clive here is going to assist us in taking down the remaining Team Star bases. Weirdly enough, he looks kind of like the guy my mother had over for dinner last night. Let's distract us from that mental imagery by beating up some innocent fire-typed animals. I really don't know what Game Freak were thinking putting a 10-minute timer on this part of the game. You know what takes 10 minutes? Calling a friend or loved one, or a decently challenging poo. Pressing the R button 30 times does not take 10 minutes. The leader of the fire squad is Mela, and it took over 3 times longer to defeat her 2 Pokemon than the previous 30. The car is a Pokemon, right? You know what? Our journey through Paldea has taken us to a lot of places, but I didn't think it would take us inside of your mother. Meet the 3rd Titan, Orthworm. He's got a dirt face and the ability to clip through walls, sort of like that guy from My Hero, except he's dead. Arvin, why are you putting salt on the salty herb sandwich? Oh, and don't give it to the dog. Miraidon, you cannot have this. You are not American. But it made my boss stiff better, so what do I know? Our next stop is halfway across the region, which gives us a bit of time to talk about the new Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. Now, with every generation, there's always a range of opinions about the new kids on the block. Some people will love a new Pokemon, while others would rather have them auctioned off to Temtem. And I'll be honest, I think that overall this dex is kind of lacking. Sure, it has its highlights like low kicks, but for every low kicks you also have a Spidops or Cheese String, man. There's also so many new guys that I just feel indifferent to. Like, ooh, they added the bush Pokemon. Okay. Would you like my dog to water it? Speaking of water, we've arrived at our destination, Cascarafa, the home of elevators, sand, and the water gym leader Kofu. Unfortunately, he decides to do his best impression of my dad, and it looks like he dropped his wallet in the process. So after mysteriously teaching our Pokemon some new moves, we travel through the desert to hand it back to him. Yeah, I think I'll worry about that later. We try to return Kofu his slightly emptier wallet, but since we have it anyway, he insists we use the money to bid on this seaweed for him, which is the whole reason why he's here in the first place. So, how did you get on? I'm sorry, I didn't get it. You should have been there. There was this guy called Mr. Beast that pulled up and spent $1 million on it. Something about putting it on a burger? Oh well. Can't do much about that. Can I have my wallet back? Sure. Wait, this feels emptier than usual. With Bellybolt on our side, the water gym was never going to make any waves, and it's an easy win for our 4th badge. Now Kofu both has no hair or money, kind of like Andrew Tate. Up next, the 3rd Team Star member, Atticus. It's more or less the same as the other Team Star raids, except this one seems to be set in Microsoft PowerPoint. Yeah, I have no idea what was happening to the frames here. I even restarted the game to try and fix it, but to no avail. Anyway, through the tried and true tactic of mud slap spam, we defeat Atticus, and get ready for our most important task yet. Alright, I showered, combed my hair. I think it's time to meet the big man himself. That's right, I'm talking about Larry, who is by far the most based character in Scarlet and Violet. All these other gym leaders put on an act with these larger-than-life personas. Larry, on the other hand, just wants you to leave him alone. He is literally one of the businessmen you walk past in black and white, and that's what makes him so great. And on top of that, he uses a Dunsparce. Wait. That's its evolution? I couldn't tell. Anyway, we claim our 6th badge because he only gave his main Pokemon 2 moves. Oh right. right, it's that thing I said I'd worry about later. If you're wondering why Donphan has been playing Cyberpunk, let me fill you in. This is Iron Treads, or as I like to call him, Elon Tusk. We don't know much about him other than he came from the center of Paldea and he enjoys banning people on Twitter, and sending him back to the Tesla shop allows Arven access to the 4th Herba Mystica. Only one more herb and my boss stiff should be cured. Or you know, he might have died during that time, I don't know. On the plus side, our Miraidon can fly now.
Buzz, we missed the truck! We're not aiming for the truck!
Ooh, it's a bit chilly up here. No joke, it's chilly. We're on the top of a mountain. Ready to challenge, you guessed it, another gym. Our gym challenge this time around is having to sit through 1,000 Moist Critical videos. Just kidding. Instead, we have to rap battle the gym leader Rhyme. Now, I don't know much about rapping. In fact, the only bars I know are the ones Prince Andrew should be behind. But just for fun, we're going to give it an honest attempt. Alright, here I go.
You think you're gonna win, you've made a serious blunder. Shock you with my trusty Pikachu. Fun.
Beautiful, but you still have to battle me too. Oh, what? My flow was rated 10, and not in a Prince Andrew kind of way. Unlike the other gym battles, this one is a 2-on-2, also known as VGC. Now, if you haven't figured out yet, Rhyme uses Ghost type Pokemon, and I didn't have anything that resists that type, but we manage and take out her crew of 4. Looks like there's only 2 more badges to go. Look, even my boss stiff looks happy. Let's half that number of badges required by visiting Alpha Nada, which is Spanish for all for nothing. But right now, it's all for Nemona, as she wants to test our strength before the gym. Well, if my strength needs to be tested, consider me on steroids. Take that, diarrhea. As for the gym test, it was quite simple, requiring us to recite basic emotions such as anger, Superman, and Poketubers when they see sunlight. Just like the rest of the gym leaders, Tulip here also has a second job, this time as a makeup artist. Which got me thinking, does being a gym leader in Paldea pay terribly? To the point where each of them needs a second job to pay the bills? This is BBC News. Gym leaders are set to go on strike over unfair pay. Or maybe it's because they're so bad and they keep having to hand out money whenever they lose. Either way, we now have 7 badges.
Bosh.
With 1 Titan, 1 Gym, and 2 Team Star members left, it's only natural where we go next. That's right, outside. Or the Team Star Fairy Squad. Once the mountain behind us has finished loading, we can get down to removing the leader Ortega. And no, sadly it's not General Ortega, that will have to wait. After smashing up yet another car, Penny appears and congratulates us on our work so far. Could she be Cassiopeia? Nah. There's no way the writers would make it that obvious, right? Hello, ma'am? Are you in need of any assistance? Oh, you want to be part of the Ghost Gym. Alright, I'll leave you to it.